Ooh, hey. I gotta get caught up in this calendar because it's November. And we're still on early June. So let me just figure this out. What do we need for the zoom? There we go. And now we're good. I could probably just leave this down too. I usually hold it, but if I zoom in enough, we can just probably leave it here. The picture kind of sucks that you can't really see it. It's so dark. Can you see it now? Yeah. All right. So the first one is from Return of the Jedi. It's a Class A thermal detonator. The Class A thermal detonator's power and range make its use illegal other than for authorized military purposes. The detonator has a blast radius of up to 20 meters. Posing as the bounty hunter Bush, Princess Leia threatens to disintegrate Jabba the Hutt when negotiating her fee for capturing Chewbacca. Impressed by the bounty hunter's boldness, Jabba agrees to her terms. I don't think we even knew any of that in the first place. Getting some backstory from a calendar. Alright, next up, Imperial Shuttle. You know what that is? That's Papa Palp's ship. So it says, Darth Vader, along with other high-ranking officials, used the Lambda-class Imperial Shuttle, a rarity in its sleek design among the Empire's typically brutish craft. Though it's intended for non-combat transport, it's well armed with multiple double laser cannons, 2 forward-facing, 2 wing-mounted, and 1 rear-facing. Luke Skywalker, Leia Organa, Han Solo, and Chewbacca use a stolen shuttle to sneak onto Endor, though Darth Vader senses Luke's presence. Yes, he does. As he should. They're both Force sensitive. It's his son. Like, it just makes sense. Next up, Hux. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, if you listen to my T4 cast about these movies, I forgot about Hux too. They started him as kind of like bad, you know what I mean? Like, he was solid. He was like going toe-to-toe with Kylo, even though he's not Force sensitive. And then look what happens to the last one. They denigrate him to nothing. He's just a little baby in the last one. He becomes a traitor. Like, what? So stupid. The sequel movies suck so bad, and it's so disappointing. Anyways, Hux. General Hux, ruthless young officer in the First Order, is responsible for deaths of billions. It's under his command that the Starkiller weapon is successfully fired into the heavily populated Hosnian system, devastating the New Republic. As a man craving power and lacking scruples, Hux takes pleasure in the thought of bringing down both the Resistance and his personal rival, Kylo Ren. At the time of this calendar, the movie wasn't out yet. So, was that secretly his plan all along? I mean, he was always trying to, like, usurp him and look better in Snoke's eyes. I never really put 2 and 2 together before, until he became a traitor. I don't know. Maybe that was always happening and I just didn't realize. Anyways, God, these pictures are so dark, you can't see them. I can't even see it, and I'm looking at it in person. It looks like some kind of, like, giant dust mite. Can you see that? But it's really a Corellian hound. These speedy canids, also known as Sibian hounds, have sharp senses enhanced through generations of breeding for hunting and attack. Moloch uses a pack of Corellian hounds to hunt down fugitive scum rats and other enemies of the White Worms, loading the beasts into a cage aboard his armored truck speeder. Oh yeah. Next up, ooh. Hey, he looks like he's an animated one. Nope, it says he's from Revenge of the Sith, though. Can you see him? Here he is. Maybe I should just hold it so you can see the picture as well. It's kind of annoying, but whatever. GH7 Analysis Droid. GH7 Analysis Droids are hovering blue and silver medical droids trained to diagnose physical ailments. One of these droids works on Paulus Massa Station and treats Padme Amidala after she's assaulted by her husband, Anakin Skywalker, who was recently turned to the dark side. Because her ailments are metaphysical or possibly influenced by the will of the Force, the droid is unable to save her. Wait, what? Are they saying that Anakin's rage is what killed her? So basically Anakin killed Padme? It wasn't because of the kids? What? Or was Papa Palp playing tricks in the background? Never thought of that before either. How is a calendar teaching me stuff? Next up, Dakar. Looks like a planet, like Saturn or something, you know, it's got those rings. Even though it just looks like a destroyed moon. I don't know, I probably sound dumb right now. Anyways, Dakar, a lush planet. Lush? I want to guess lush. It looks very Marsy. Look at that. Does that look lush to you? It's not like Ender. Ender. How do you say that one? Anyways. A lush planet located in the Outer Rim. Dakar is the principal base of General Leia Organa's resistance. Discovered by rebel pilots before the Battle of Endor, the obscure planet's remote location and lack of native intelligent life makes it an ideal location for Leia's new group to develop a hidden base of operations. Resistance starfighters launch their attack on Starkiller Base from Dakar and are tracked back to the planet by the First Order. The Resistance evacuates just in time to escape the base being leveled by First Order turbo blasters. Ooh. We got 1 week down, you know how we do here, 2 weeks at a time. Z6 Jetpack. Return of the Jedi, Boba Fett. Okay. A personal transportation device, the Z6 Jetpack is a key component of notorious bounty hunter Boba Fett's unusual gear. Wow, I cannot read this page. Fuel burned by the jetpack produces significant thrust, giving the wearer a tactical advantage during a combat situation. Gyro stabilizers ensure the directional thrusters provide easy maneuverability. The launcher supports 2 tools. A projectile grappling hook with its cable attached to the internal winch that enables Fett to snare and haul in bounties, and a powerful anti-vehicle homing missile. Ooh! Alright, next up we got a B-Wing fighter. You know, all these ships, their names are because that's what they look like. X-Wing, Y-Wing, A-Wing, they all look like that. The B-Wing, though, can't really call that a B. Looks like it's more like a cross-wing or a plus-wing or something, not really a B. I'm not getting B vibes off this. Anyways, B-Wing fighter. With a cylindrical cockpit at one end, a heavy weapons pod at the other, and an engine cluster in the middle, the B-Wing fighter looks deceptively unwieldy. However, its unique gyroscopic, however you say that, control system allows the pilot to remain level no matter which way the starfighter maneuvers, laterally, as its bulk rotates around the cockpit. This setup, in conjunction with twin laser cannons on either side, makes the B-Wing ideal for attacking larger ships. Ooh. Alright, now we got Grand Moff. Tark. Ooh, look at that. Vader's hanging out in the background. Look at him just lurking. Lurking! My boys, they be lurking! Grand Moff Tarkin, an ambitious, ruthless proponent of military power. Wilhuff Tarkin. Huh. Wilhuff? Wilhuff Tarkin believes in the efficacy of ruling. Efficiency. How do you say that word? Efficacy? Efficiency of ruling by fear. A mindset that has made him a favorite of Supreme Chancellor Palpatine. Put in charge of the Death Star's construction, Tarkin sees the super weapon as a means of keeping the galaxy's star systems in line. He demonstrates the Death Star's power by destroying Alderaan. Ooh, what a dick. Next up, Acklay. I feel like we already saw Acklay, right? Didn't we already see all 3 of these beasts from episode 2? I don't know. Whatever, we'll do it again, I guess. Native to the planet Vendaxa, the Acklay is a gigantic amphibious crustacean. Shielded by a hard upper shell, it scuttles around on 6-pointed legs and uses an organ beneath its chin to sense the body electricity of its prey. Is that what this thing is? The electricity detector? Once in striking distance, the Acklay spears the prey with its claws and tears at it with a mouthful of sharp teeth. It's basically a shark. Inside the Geonosian execution arena, Acklays are used as killer beasts against condemned humans. Sure are, aka Anakin, Padme, and Kenobi. Alright, next up. What the? Well, first off, can we see this? I don't even want to say ugh, because it just looks like a droid spider. It's an Octoptara droid. Octoptara droid. Is that even how you say that? I don't know. God, this glare is so annoying. There, that's better. Gigantic and octopus-like. Yeah, I said spider. Same thing. It actually looks like a Dupitor, too, if you know anything about Pokemon. Octoptara droids loom over the battlefields of the Clone Wars, creeping towards their targets on 3 legs, using electronic eyes to see in all directions. With their laser cannons giving them a 360-degree field of fire, they are particularly dangerous. Smaller versions see action against Republic forces on other worlds, including Apadu and Megiddo. Megiddo, however you say that. Ooh, and this is the last one for today, because then we're going to be on the weekend, which is where we start. Death Star. I feel like we already did this. Didn't we already do Death Star? Unless we did Death Star 2. But then that's weird. Why would they put the Death Star 2 before they do Death Star 1? Anyways, the Empire designs the Death Star to be its ultimate weapon against the rebels. A moon-sized space station with a super laser, that gives it the capability to destroy an entire planet. Plans for the Death Star begin before the birth of the Empire, with engineers on Geonosis creating its first designs at the behest of Sith Lord Darthsidious. The project is put aside during the Clone Wars, but after the conflict, construction begins again in secret. That's something I always thought about, though. Even though Rogue One kind of explained, like, the flaws of the Death Star and all that, it seems weird. Like, A, how do you secretly build a ship that is larger than a planet? B, how are you building it in space? It's larger than a planet, so it's not like you're making it on a planet. You have to make it in space. And C, if I didn't say anything about secret, how are you keeping this secret? I get how you can keep the plan secret, but when you start building, how are people not noticing? Like, what's that giant thing right there? I don't know. Anyways, how do they call this Rogue One? This is more than Rogue One. It was episode 1. Well, 4, 5, 6 and Rogue One. Anyways, though, that's about it right now. So, thanks for checking this out. I do need to get going on these because we are still in June, so I didn't get as far as I'd like to. I was hoping we were going to hit July. But anyways, yeah, that's about it. And until next time, you already know, I said see ya.